So 107,000, at least, Americans died just last year from drug ODs. You may know someone whose family was affected. Most of it was fentanyl. This problem has never been taken seriously by anybody. In fact, just a few years ago, backed from funding by George Soros, the state of Oregon decided to legalize fentanyl as well as other narcotics. So what happened next? Well, Fox's Dan Springer has an update on that. Here it is.
The streets of Portland are an open-air drug market. People in crisis seem to be everywhere. Oregon voters thought it would be different. In 2020, they overwhelmingly passed the first state law decriminalizing possession of small amounts of all hard drugs, meth, heroin, even fentanyl. The idea was treatment, not jail time. But 15 months into the experiment, drug overdose deaths in Oregon hit an all-time high last year at 1,074. Portland set a record for murders, many tied to drug turf wars.
Lily Morgan is a state representative from Oregon. She joins us tonight. Lily Morgan, thanks so much for coming on. This does not seem very compassionate at all.
It does not. Allowing someone to stay in their addiction on the streets is not compassionate. They're miserable, and we need to do a better job providing help.
So this was pushed in the name of compassion, drug war bad, and I think most people thought the drug war was not working as intended. But this seems like a nightmare. Do people in Oregon, ordinary voters, recognize that, do you think?
Absolutely. Oregon voters were told that the criminal justice system wasn't the right answer for those that are addicted. So instead, they said, pass this bill and they'll get treatment. The problem is the money designated for treatment has not been issued, and we are not providing treatment. There's no accountability nor incentive for anybody to get into treatment. And the result is lives are being lost. People are dying on the streets, and law enforcement and emergency responders are overwhelmed with how many increases in overdoses they are facing. And we really need to do something different. We have failed.
Yeah, for sure. And treatment doesn't work very well. You know, I wish it did, but it doesn't. So what can this be undone?
Well, it was passed by the voters, and the implementation from 2021 went into place. The funding is in place. In June, the Director of Behavioral Health from the Oregon Health Authority reported to us that it's an experiment, and we still have to wait and see. Just this month, money was getting sent out to treatment agencies, but unfortunately, the system is still flawed. And unless we have a system that provides all the services and comes alongside and still holds people accountable and has the ability to say, you want something better in your life, you don't want to stay in this situation.
Right.
But as it is right now, it's encouraging folks to stay where they are. And again, deaths and overdoses are increasing.
And Portland is such a beautiful, such a great city, and it seems like it's just destroyed it. Is that true? I mean, do you go to Portland? Is it as big a mess as it seems to be?
I don't go to Portland. I live in Southern Oregon, 4 hours south of Portland, and it's affecting us as well. All parts of Oregon are affected by the increased amount of fentanyl coming in. The state police had reported over 482,000 fentanyl dosage just in 2021 confiscated. From the previous year was only 27,000. So it's exasperated the amount of fentanyl. But with the decriminalization, it's basically sent the message that it's okay to use drugs and you don't have to get help. There's no accountability if you don't want to follow your ticket. Less than 4% of the people given the citation, the violation for possessing drugs, have called for help, and less than that have engaged in treatment.
Yeah. I mean, I'm willing to give people benefit of the doubt on motive here, but this is not working, and I hope you fix it because it's a great state. Appreciate your coming on tonight. Lily Morgan, thank you.
Thank you.